What's up, everybody? Greg Cohen from JWB here, and it's story time. I felt like sharing a story with you. We hold client tours every single month. We invite new clients down to JWB. We actually cover up to $1,000 of the cost room. So there's all this excitement when we hold client tours. They've already selected their properties and put them under contract, but they haven't actually seen them yet. And so there's like a ton of excitement. We usually keep it pretty small. Maybe, we try to keep it more personal, not like a big boot camp or anything like that. Maybe there's, 3 or 4 or 5 clients that get to come. And whenever we're giving the tours, they always want to know about like the good old days, what it was like when we started JWB. I mean, now we have over 80 teammates now. We're actually in an office that, looks halfway decent. It wasn't always that way. We started the company 13 years ago, and it was my business partner and I in a condo, and he was sleeping on the floor, and that's how we started this thing. But they always love the stories, so I thought I would share some stories with you guys. And hey, Becca, I can see you watching here. Nice to see you. All right, Wally, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see you, man. Yeah, if you guys want to hear some more stories, thank you for the engagement. I don't know if that was Becca or Wally, but I appreciate that. If you'd like to, if you want this to be more story time than what I was planning, go ahead, ask me a question, do something to engage, and I'll answer any questions that you want. But I thought a really funny story to tell you is how we came up with the idea of buying food for our entire team. We've been blessed to win the Best Places to Work in Jacksonville award by the Jacksonville Business Journal. Also won the award nationally by Inc. magazine. And so we do things a lot differently. We do it to build a culture. And the best thing that we've done to build a culture is by feeding our team. We have done this since the very beginning, but it wasn't always, this idea of culture building. Because in the beginning, we were just trying to survive. I mean, it was just my business partners and I and a couple of teammates that we had. And oh yeah, by the way, this was like 2007 and 2008 when the market was crashing. I mean, I don't want to make it seem like it was rosy. I mean, in the beginning, we were not going out there just to buy lunch for our team just for the heck of it, right? In the beginning, it was my business partners and I, and we were just working all day and night, right? We didn't have wives and families at this time, so it was a great time for us to literally just hunker down in our office and work. And so that's what we did. And so the big payoff for us to provide lunch was that we didn't have to leave the office. And so I have 3 other business partners, right? And so it was basically us in this building, and we were there morning, noon, and night. And so I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can come up with an awesome deal to be able to get food delivered for us, because I don't want to leave the office because I'm going to lose some production time, right? I only have so much time to build this business. I got to stay here. And so that's what I did. And so I set out and I found this company. I don't even remember the name of them, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'll just tell you that, because this company basically put a deal together, and they were like, all right, so you want to pay next to nothing, you want to get food delivered. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Can you help me? They're like, yeah, sure. Here's what we'll do. We're going to put together a really limited menu for you, and we'll deliver everything for you. And we'll do it 5 days a week for lunch and for dinner. And I'm like, all right, that sounds good. Can you hit my budget, which is next to nothing? And they're like, yeah, we'll be able to do that. And they're like, okay, so you're going to have a choice of either a chicken sandwich or a hamburger. And I'm like, okay, I think I can handle that. I'm not too far removed from college. I mean, this was like 2006. I had been, out of college for like 2 years at this point. And they're like, so we're gonna give you a choice of hamburgers or chicken sandwich. You got to have that every single day, and you have to sign up for a 6-month commitment to do this. And I'm like, what's the price? And they said, we'll deliver everything for you, including tip, for $4 a meal. And I was like, sold, because I'm thinking, like, what's my drive time? How much time am I going to lose if I'm leaving the office and doing all this? And I didn't care what I was eating back then. So my business partners and I signed up for the 6 months. We had chicken sandwiches or hamburgers. Oh, and it came with a cookie too. I remember that. And a drink. Now that I think about it, it was this ridiculous deal, including the delivery, including the tip, for $4 a meal. And that's what we did. And I loved it for the first month, and I loved it for the second month. But by the third and fourth months, I was really regretting my decision, and we didn't have any money at that point, so I couldn't back out at that time. But that's what we did. That was our first, maybe that was one of our first big real estate deals. I don't know. But that was our first venture into providing lunch for our team. It was ourselves, my business partners, and I think we had 1 or 2 teammates. And we, those were the good old days. Now it's a little bit different. Oh, Wally, I can see your comments. You're making me hungry. Can you send Uber Eats at Mandarin Cigar? I like that, buddy. Yeah, man. 2006 to 2019, man. Now we have Uber Eats. We don't have to worry about this. You really can get, something delivered for next to nothing. But yeah, so that was our first step into providing lunch for our team. It has come a long way. Now we have over 80 people in the office, and we do it for a completely different reason. I mean, the production thing still is there, but that's not why we do it. It's to build culture. If you look at the best ways to get people on the same page, to build relationships within the team, literally have people eat together. I mean, that's just time tested. That's how cultures begin, and traditions get made, and it's like second nature. Well, I don't understand why most companies don't do that. So that's what we do. We have lunch that's provided. We have an amazing caterer who comes, and she cooks every day and provides lunch for over 80 teammates. And the really good meals now. I cannot say the same thing in the beginning when we did our first deal with the $4 chicken sandwiches or hamburgers. We've come a long way, and our culture is really benefiting from it. So if any of you are leaders in your organization or run your own companies and you want to do something that is absolutely going to make a difference, start feeding your people, right? Just take that. Don't look at the expense. I guarantee you it's going to come back many, many times over. If you want to look at it just simplistically and just look at like the time saved from your people not going out and waiting in line for 15 minutes and driving 20 minutes to go and find some less than quality meal than probably what you're going to serve to them here, you could probably justify it just on a productivity basis. But I tell you, the biggest win is the culture and the team. The investment that you're making in your team is going to pay you back time and time over, because your clients are going to feel it. So hope you guys enjoyed this little story. If you want more stories, leave some comments. Let me know. I'll tell you all the good old day stories. There's a lot of them. Some might not be appropriate for Facebook Live, but whatever. We're all friends here. We'll do it. So, all right, guys, have a good one. We'll talk to you later.